All right, boys and girls, on your homework tonight, we are practicing multiplication. And on your worksheet, the top half will just be 2 digits by 1 digit. The bottom half of your worksheet is going to be 2 digits by 2 digits. Okay, so I want you to do your best. I'm going to do a couple of them with you just to remind you. Zoom in here. Okay, so I'm going to do the first row here. I'm going to start with 13 times 72. Now remember, when we multiply, boys and girls, we always start with the ones place and we multiply straight up. So we're going to say ones to ones. Ones place to ones place. 3 times 2 is 6. Make sure you write the answer directly underneath. Then we're going to multiply the ones place again. Ones to tens. So 2 times 1 is 2. Remember, we always start with ones. We go ones to ones, ones to tens. When we're done multiplying as far over as we can, there's no hundreds. We can't go ones to hundreds. So we are done with the ones. When we're done with the ones, we cross out the ones place and we put a placeholder here. So we put that 0 as a placeholder. We are done with the ones. We're going to move on to the tens place on the bottom. Okay, now remember, when we move on to the tens place, at the top, we always have to go back to the ones place. So we're going to start back out with tens to ones. 7 times 3 is butterfly 21. So I'm going to write my 1, and I'm going to carry the plus 2. Okay, so we did tens to ones. Now we go tens to tens. 7 times 1 is 7. Make sure you add these other two. 8, 9. We write it down here. When we're finished, we finish up by adding. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. And 9 plus nothing is 9. Now let me explain this another way. I'll do the next problem. This is a way that I explained to a different group today. Okay, when we multiply, we start with the ones place once again. But we're going to think of this as preschool, kindergarten, first grade, second grade. We're going to look at it that way. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with our ones place on the bottom. And now this number in the ones place, he can't go straight to kindergarten. He has to start with preschool. So we're going to go ones place to ones place, and he's going to start with preschool. Okay, so 8 times 8, the sticks are for the fire, so 64. All right, so he's done with preschool. Now he moves on to kindergarten. So ones to tens. Okay, 8 times 8 again is 64, plus this 6 would be 70. So I'm going to write 70 down. Okay. Now, there's nothing here in the first grade category, in the hundreds place. So we cannot go any farther. So we are done with the 1. We're going to cross out that ones place. It's kind of like he died. We put a placeholder here, a 0, and we were talking about that being the tombstone. So he died, and we have to put his tombstone there. So if we don't put that there, then we get messed up. So we've got to follow the steps. Okay. Since we're done with this ones place, now we're going to move on to the tens place. And of course, this 10, he can't go straight to kindergarten. He has to start with preschool. So tens to ones, 8 times 4 is he's dirty 2. So I'm going to put my 2, carry my plus 3. And then again, we're going to, now that he's past preschool, he's going to move on to kindergarten. So tens to tens. 8 times 4 is 32, 33, 34, 35. Now when we're finished, we go ahead and add them up. 4, 2, 12, and 4. Okay, I've got 50 seconds. I'm going to do one more. I'll do it quick. So we go ones to ones. 7 times 8 is bouncy 56. Now we go ones to tens. 7 times 8 again is bouncy 56. Plus 5 is 61. Now we're done with the 1. We've got to put our placeholder down here. And we're going to move on to the tens place. Again, that tens place has to start with preschool. So tens to ones, 8 times 3 is king of snakes, 24. So I put my 4, and I carry my plus 2. And then again, 8 times 3 is king of snakes, 24, 25, 26. We add those up, and we get 3,200.